Hello, friends, and welcome to my channel on raising the consciousness. So, I'm really excited, and I started thinking, what do I start with? What teaching do I share first? And just so you know, what I'm going to be teaching, because you all are probably just randomly picking videos anyway, I'm just going to share as my heart tells me to share as I continue to get insights. So it might not be in any linear fashion, but I truly believe that even this linear fashion of movement is a facade, a veil that's covering up something much deeper and greater that we have within ourselves. So the linear line is played out in my book. And so you're not going to get that. My teaching is much more heart-centered and inspired by my connection with Creator. And so this channel, as I mentioned, is one for those seekers, those students of mind, body, spirit. And if we think about it, mind, body, and spirit being connected, there is a little bit of a movement that we need to follow. And there's a lot of great teachers out there that will guide you from body to spirit. Body, mind, spirit. I give the example that if our bodies are not calm, our minds will not be able to calm, because we'll be always thinking, my body, my body, my body, my body, right? So there is somewhat of a progression that we need to follow. But as far as these teachings go, today I was inspired to share with you gratitude. My journey is one to become president, to lead our nation. And in that, recognizing that it's not about me being president, but it's really about all of us recognizing our greatness, recognizing what we contribute to not only our families, but this planet. Why is it that we chose to be born at this time? Why is it that we showed up at this time in the vast history of humanity? You know, there's something to think about there. Gratitude. So I think about it in this way. We can easily, and I have been down this path of focusing so much on everything that's wrong, focusing on the negative and complaining and woe is me. But let me ask you this. When has anything ever been built on the negative, on the problems? This building is so terrible. I don't want to be here. I don't want blah, 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 blah. It still doesn't build a building, right? Instead, we have to focus on what we have. Focus on what is positive in our lives, what is concrete, what is present, what is here and available to us now. And the more that we give gratitude for those things, the more it starts to come into our lives. And the more that the universe or God starts to kind of play with us and give back more of that. And so a practice that I start all of my days with is one of gratitude. You can do this a variety of different ways. You can have a gratitude journal. I've tried it. I'm not very consistent at writing it out. So I just lay in bed and I say a prayer of thank you for this body. Thank you that I woke up today. Thank you for my courage, for my strength. Thank you for my joy. Thank you for my dogs, that they bring me joy. Thank you for my partner, that he shows up and loves me and is also on his own unique journey, and that he recognizes that. Thank you for the world around me, right? I can go on and on. Thank you for the food today that I have to eat. There's so much to be grateful for. And what I found is that a few things, right? When we focus on the gratitude, on what we have, things start to flow more. And why is that? Well, I look to ancient texts, to what has been studied before, because we aren't the wisest of all things that have ever lived. There's been some really amazing masters who have walked the earth before us and left some teachings. There's some universal laws out there. There are some scriptures and ancient texts that talk about the law of giving and receiving, the movement of energy. in how positive attracts positive. So the reality is that there are a lot of different ways to explain it, but when we focus on that positive, more of it comes to us. And that's one of the promises of energy. That's just how it works. And I'm not going to get into all of the gritty details of it. If you want to know more, seek out that teacher or seek out a text that calls to you. I promise if you seek it out, you'll find it. That's what I've found in my journey. But focus on that gratitude and just start your day with gratitude and see how things change. In the same way that if you're building a building, you're not going to look for all the things you don't have. You're going to go to your toolbox and see, like, what is it that I have here? Oh, I've got a hammer. I've got some nails. I've got this wood. I guess I can build a wooden house, right? You're not going to just sit there and be like, I don't have a house and there's a storm coming, but I'm just going to sit here and cry because I don't have any metal, right? Does that make sense? No, you got wood, build a wooden house. It's better than nothing, right? And then maybe some metal just drop down in your lap after you've built that wooden house. That's how it works. So anyway, a little lesson on gratitude for your day. Start your days with gratitude. And as we continue along and I continue these lessons, I'll just expect that you've started your day with gratitude, because that's really the best way that we can start our day. And it really is like an instant way to put us in alignment with this higher consciousness, this raising of the consciousness. And when we do that, we raise our own consciousness and we raise that of others around us. It's like when I start my day in gratitude, I always have a smile on my face. I'm happier. This morning I was singing. And then I go out and I meet the woman at the grocery store and I talk to her and then she has a smile on her face. It's contagious. So that's how we are the change. And that's how we're going to change our country, is by starting with gratitude. Simple. Get it done and let's continue the learning.